I hope your day is full of daffodils and tulips and daisies and sunflowers and hydrangeas and roses and just when you run out of flowers. Carnations and larkspur. Okay, a girl knows a thing or two about botanicals. Say what you will, but Shank knows a thing or two about botanicals. I just named some flowers. We're off to a fun, fresh spring start in the middle of summer. But spring is just a state of mind. You know what I mean? Guys, hi. Wasn't planning on getting floral on this fine Wednesday, but it just felt right. You know, I hope your day is full of eucalyptus leaves and pine trees and oak trees and poison oak. No, not poison oak. And poison ivy, no. Baby's breath, the breath of a baby. Why is that also the name of a flower? Things we'll never know the answer to. Guys, we have an amazing episode for you this week with the one and only comedian Josh Potter. But before we get into this week's episode, I just want to tell you about something that excites me, and that's cannabis. Yes. Anyone who knows me knows that I love cannabis. I'm a big connoisseur. I'm a big advocate. Big fan of the plant. And as a cannabis connoisseur, I've been to a lot of different dispensaries, but no dispensary amazes me in the way that Libra does. Guys, check out Libra. You can follow them at Libra Shops on Instagram or head to their website, librashop.com. They have the most amazing cannabis selection, some of my favorite flower. They have amazing CBD bath bombs by Kush Queen. They have edibles from Absolute Extracts. They have, you name it, honestly, they have it. Their flagship store is based in Palm Desert, so if you're passing through, head over there. I mean, there's a lot of road trips happening. People are going to the desert. If you're swinging by Joshua Tree, drive a little further. Head to Libra. You know, tell them Shank sent you. They'll be happy to hear that. Follow them at Libra Shops on Instagram. Head to their website, librashop.com. Guys, we have an amazing episode for you this week with Josh Potter. Here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is Josh Potter.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, just another day in pandemic life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting real used to these four walls here. That's for sure.
Okay,
when you had asked about the podcast, I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna leave my house, but then it was a Zoom. I get it though.
I know, because of COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck COVID.
When the last time I was on was when it was like just starting. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, when we were like, what is life? Are we going to be able to do stand-up?
I was like, if my shows in May get canceled, I'm going to be so pissed.
I know. What a simple time when we're like, I'm going to be so pissed if Coachella is canceled.
Yeah, and now it's like, will I ever do comedy again?
I mean, have you done any Zoom shows?
No.
They're so dark.
Zero Zoom shows. But I got to do 2 shows in San Diego before they like re-shut everything down, and that was fun. But it was like a tease, you know, because like I want to be able to do it like every day, you know. That's what I learned.
It's like foreplay without sex.
Exactly.
It's so bad. And then I just miss it. I don't even know what it's like to be out every night anymore. I go to bed at a reasonable hour. Do you? Are you up late like a fucking...
I have no schedule. Like, I am straight up all over the place. Like, I haven't slept since, what day is today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
I haven't slept since, like, Monday.
No.
Yes. I'll go, like, days awake. And then I'll sleep, like, a whole day. And then I woke up on... I forget what day it was, but I woke up and it was 7:30. It said on the clock or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, it's 7:30 at night. I'm such a piece of shit. I slept all day. Oh my God. And then I like went outside and had a cigarette. And I'm like, this is like, looks weird outside for 7:30 at night. And then I realized it was 7:30 in the morning.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, what day is it? I'm all over the place. I have no structure. I have no sense of time or... Like, this was, like, the only thing I had scheduled for, like, the whole week, I guess, you know? So, like...
Yeah.
Drifting aimlessly.
I mean, I like that. I like that for you. You're just
Yeah.
working aimlessly, just waiting for, life to just taking life on life's terms,
I mean, I wish I liked it better. I fucking hate it. I really do. I wish I could like have some structure, like just at least have a show once in a while, like
I know.
fill in the gaps, because it's like, what am I going to do tomorrow? Play video games for another 15 hours? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
What's
it's
going on
just
with your
brutal.
video gaming?
It's how I'm making money now.
So
uh,
you're a pro gamer now, is
I
what
am a pro gamer technically. I am a Twitch affiliate or whatever they call it, and I go on the Twitch and I play sports, and people watch and they subscribe, and then I eat and pay my rent.
Well, that's
So,
all that's awesome. But wait, I want to talk about did you have a cleaning lady come to your house?
oh yeah,
Can we talk about it?
of course, yeah. No, I when like this all like hit, I went bad, and like I'm still obviously depressed, but like it's manifesting itself in different ways. But first it manifested itself in just like I just gave up. Like I just stopped everything. I
So,
just maintaining like life basically. Like I just stopped trying, and
okay.
but mostly like in terms of like cleaning my apartment, you know, and so yeah, the cleaning lady came and dealt with that. We put it on video, which is almost 500,000 people watched my awfulness, which was
uh,
brutal, but also cathartic, I guess. I don't know.
Cathartic. I like it. So she came in. Like, how bad was it? Just to
It
paint a
was
picture.
terrible. I mean, go watch it. It was fucking like embarrassing, like wildly embarrassing.
So,
Um,
were you anxious when the cleaning lady was in your space?
oh yeah, 100%. I was chain smoking outside, um, just like shaky leg syndrome going on the whole time. Like I hated it. I mean, I got the way that I could get past it was doing it for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like doing it for content.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I don't know that I would have dealt with it at any point. I mean, it would have taken me like having, I don't know, but I don't know that I would have dealt with it if I didn't put it into the content, which is sad. But
So now where are you with your living space? It looks like you have some lights up.
oh yeah, you like it?
That seems very positive.
No, it's actually fine. So I've maintained pretty well. In fact, like because it was so bad, and then going through that experience and like having people see it, it made me never want it to be that way ever again too. So it was like um yeah, it was just one of those things where it was like now I'm the opposite almost, but I'm never going to be a fucking OCD guy where I'm just like scrubbing every little corner or whatever, but at the same time I'm not like a psychopath like I was before.
But before, were you just living roguely? Were you like, fuck it, I'll let these piles pile up?
Yeah, oh yeah, piles. I was just like I would like order Postmates and then just like put the garbage in the bag and then just like put the bag on the ground. Like not food, but like wrappers or whatever. It was just
Yeah.
like bags and bags, just stockpiling. And then I would like, there would be times when I would be like, I gotta remove some of this, and I would declutter, but I wouldn't like go full bore. So it was just all around just terrible. There's beer cans like everywhere.
Like
Was,
I'm visualizing like a college student.
it was very college. In
It,
fact, um, yeah, no, it was definitely like college dorm room type shit for sure, 100%. It was just I just stopped. You know what I mean? Like I just stopped trying in any capacity. I was drinking like a 6-pack every fucking night, at least, and then just like trying to sleep. I went back on pills for like a second. I didn't really tell anybody that, but like I'm admitting it now. But it made me realize like I don't want that anymore. So like that was helpful, but yeah, it was a rough few months there for
like like
May and June.
like pills to like make you pass out.
Yeah, like Xanax and Percocets and all that shit. Like I used to have a thing with painkillers or whatever, like back in the day, and I kind of like went back in that
Zone.
realm for a little while, and just because I had nothing going on, and I just was like, it made me want to do it again or whatever, and so I did it, and for like 2 weeks, I went back into that life, and I was like, this isn't for me anymore. I
Well,
want I want to do shows. I want to like be productive and all
I
that. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think everyone at first when the pandemic hit handled it differently. For one, I was like super manic. Like my energy was so weird. I was like making Purell dancing videos left and right. I'm like, who am I now that I have no comedy and I'm fucking locked in my house like a sad clown?
You've been doing wonderful things, though. I noticed on your Twitter you're looking at pans and pots. Is that
Oh,
what you
big,
said?
yeah. Look at, it's bad when you're spending free time like looking at pots and pans. I'm like, I'm like, what? I'm like a sad, lonely housewife that's trapped in her house. I'm like, oh, maybe I should cook a quiche. Like, what? What is happening? So no,
So you're just getting to the bread stage of quarantine where you're like, I'm gonna make a sourdough loaf.
oh my God, the bread stage of quarantine. Luckily, I never went down that. But like, no, the first half of quarantine, I was cooking a lot more. I was more like, like send me your movie recommendations. I got stuff to catch up on. Now I'm like, nobody talks to me. I've settled into it.
I'm the opposite. Like, I've lived out here only 3 years. I have very few friends still because when I got here it was just like work, and then so now I'm like realizing that I'm like, oh yeah, all of my family is on the other side of the country. None of my friends are here. I'm just like I feel like I'm in outer space. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like alone in outer space. Like, how they have those isolation outer space movies? I feel like that. Like I'm in fucking 2001 A Space Odyssey because I'm just like in like this remote location away from everybody all the time. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird for sure. Like you have people around that you've lived here forever, right? So like, do you
Yeah.
see anybody or are you just all
Yeah.
alone?
I've been seeing people, but but very like carefully. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not going rogue. I'm not like going to parties or anything like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
but like going to a party sounds fucking amazing. I'm not even like someone who likes parties, but I would love to go to a party.
I just remembered I did a backyard show
Okay.
um for this guy's party or whatever, and I never would have said yes to doing that pre-pandemic. And I said yes to it only because I wanted to go to a party, like a backyard party. I was like, there's gonna be people there. Holy shit. Sign me up.
I
I
mean,
can have beer outside with other people. This is great.
oh my God, have you had to do like, and sometimes I notice like interactions at like the grocery store. I'm like, am I normal still? Like, am I able to like socialize in the way that I once did?
Well, that's really the thing about comedy too, is like I said to someone the other day, I'm like, I don't think I've thought a funny thing in days. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if I remember how to be funny. Like, that's a scary thought.
Yeah, but don't you think a week of doing it, you'd come back stronger than ever?
That's what I learned about doing those shows in San Diego was like the first one was like a little clunky, but by the second one, it was like so much fun. I was back in it. You know what I mean? And then it
And then
wasn't as hard as I thought it would be to like knock the rust off.
and then it was ripped away again.
Oh my God, like almost instantly. Right as I was driving on the train, I was riding on the train home is when the governor was like, shut it down again. So
It's so crazy. I mean, like, would you ever get a pet? And if you would get a pet, what kind of pet would Josh Potter get? And what would you name it?
I would love a dog, but I know that I probably can't handle a dog because you got to be here all the time. So I think I would do a cat. I like the idea.
Are you a cat guy?
I've never thought of myself as a cat guy until very recently. So
You're going to become a cat man.
I think I might. I mean, I would love to just have like one kind of like wiry cat. I'd name him like Batman or something. I don't know what.
you have a cat, a wiry cat?
Yeah, like a weird, like a real skinny one.
You wanted like a meth head cat?
Yeah, like a real gangster one. Like it's just kind of a G. He chills, he eats his food. Sometimes he leaves, he comes back.
But Josh, what about the litter box? Do you think you could handle that?
That's true. I don't like the idea of that. I might put that outside and then be like, you got to go outside like a dog, bro.
Like an outdoor cat, that's how they get killed. But I like the idea
Yeah.
of a cat in you.
Yeah, I like a cat. I mean, cats are fun and adorable, and dogs are too. But I mean, I just thinking in terms of like me handling a pet alone, probably a cat's better for me maintenance wise. But yeah, the litter box thing, I didn't even think about that. That is a nightmare.
Could you keep a litter box clean and your apartment clean? That's the
Well, in
question.
this new day, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know I don't even know how a litter box really works. I don't even like the idea of having a litter box in my house.
I know I don't like a litter box at all.
I
At
need like a
all.
litter box room, I think, you know?
Yeah, you need a 2-bedroom apartment so you could have the room for the cat and then the room for you. And then you guys could come and go as you please. And you're more like roommates than you are.
Then I am his owner.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll be like, you clean your own litter box, pal.
yeah. You teach your cat weird tricks.
I would like to if I was capable of such a thing. I don't know that I'm like a cat whisperer. I've never owned one. I don't really know how they like I used to like hate cats. I used to think they were like aliens and that they would like operate on this weird frequency that we don't understand and they just didn't care that we existed. And the whole like your apartment becomes their new jungle or whatever and they think
Yeah.
like, that whole thing weirds me out. So I've never thought of myself as a cat person, but then recently I was like around a cat. I'm like, I could do this. Could I have one of these?
Once you were shut inside for
Yeah,
fucking
this is
4
chill.
months.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, I don't mind cats.
I kind of just would care for any sentient being to be around at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. Like, I think a lizard would be fun.
A lizard with
Like,
the tank and everything?
yeah, like, oh, check out my iguana. He just chills. I get stoned, stare at the iguana. But then once you become an iguana bitch, you're that bitch.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a lot. You're like,
Are you gonna get high and like take it out and let them crawl on people and stuff?
yeah, but I'm not into what they eat, like flies.
Oh yeah, that's bad. Crickets and shit.
No, I don't. I think I like pets like from a distance.
Yeah, that's like you got to get like a tank with like. You should get like a fish tank. That'd be perfect for you. That's like your aesthetic. You could like pimp it out. You could like have glitter cactus in there or something. I don't know what it is. Like
Yeah,
a seaweed or a
like
castle.
like a sick castle fish tank. But this is the thing. That's its own thing because you have to like measure the water and like it's.
But you can get a tank guy if you get a big tank, you get a tank guy.
And then it's like, oh, I can't hang out. My tank guy's coming over. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, my tank guy just left. I have to disinfect because of COVID.
I'm falling in love with my tank guy.
Yeah. I start fucking my tank guy, and then I have to get a new tank guy. I ask him for a discount.
I'm fucking my tank guy, and I can't cut it off because he's so good. He's just so good at the tank, keeping the tank clean. I mean, he gets that algae so good.
Oh my god! I mean, the other thing is like, also like a fish tank in theory sounds good, but how often are you flushing fish? How often are they dying?
Well, if you get those fancy ones that are like deep sea fish and stuff you see in a dentist office or something.
That's what I want. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
Yeah. Otherwise, don't bother. Yeah. I mean, you got to get like some real deal. Like this fish is gonna cost you like $2,000 or some shit. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Remember those fish that would fight each other?
Yeah, those beta fish.
That they don't seem very beta to me. They seem quite alpha.
That's a good point. Those fish that fight each other, yeah, they like. When I was in college, guys would put them in a tank together and watch them fight each other.
Oh my god, where the fucking school did you go to? That's like Michael Vick shit.
Yeah, fish fighting.
That's like West Coast Michael Vick shit. We're gonna have beta fish fights.
It's so dark. Fraternity bros I used to hang out with. They would also say, would you call your country a cunt? Then don't call a fraternity a frat.
Oh my god, that's fucking stupid.
that was something they said.
Holy shit.
How crazy is that? They would say that type of shit all the time.
That fucking shit's so dumb to me. I remember I like rushed, but like faking it just to get into like a party for free. And they were like, they wanted me to like keep going. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing like this shit at all. I just would use them for the parties. And then I would like bail. You know what I mean? Like I would just be like, peace. And they did not like that.
Oh, you peace. I'm done being hazed.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't. Well, once it got to that point, I was like, "This isn't for me, pal. I'm out." You know, once it was past, like they do, because they go through stages. They do like that first thing where it's like
rushing.
It's not like rushing. It's like they're like, "What's up, man?" They like act like you're your best friend, and then they like they turn the switch, and then they're like, "Now take your pants off and suck his dick" or something like that. I don't know what they do for hazing, but like. Eventually, like it gets to be something ridiculous, and then I'm just like, nah, I'm good, dude. I'm gonna go to another party now.
But why, Josh? You would leave with so many different brothers, Josh.
I don't want brothers. I don't want fucking brothers.
It's like people are trying to escape their families, not trying to find new families.
Yeah. Now I have to fucking say this chant or whatever and like sacrifice a lamb every year or some shit. Like fuck that.
And wear like parts of the Greek alphabet on across your chest. Like you have any idea what any of it means?
No, I'm good. But yeah, they had some cool parties though, I suppose.
Where'd you go to
Did
school?
you ever date a frat guy?
Yeah. I dated a frat guy. I was like, hell yeah, I'm dating this frat guy. I gotta go to all the parties.
Was his name Blake?
I'll tell you his name and you'll be like, of course it was.
Was it? Can I guess it?
You have 5 guesses.
Okay, good. First one is Blake. I already said that one, so I'm not gonna cheat. It's not Blake.
It's not Blake.
Is it, this is too obvious again, but I gotta get it out of the way. Chad.
No.
Okay. Is it, because you're like, you're like the same age as me a little bit, so it would be like a douchey name.
33.
Fuck. Huh?
I'm 33.
Yeah, you're the same age as me. I thought you were like 25. I was gonna be like, there would be like a Tristan in there probably.
Oh my god, no Tristan.
I don't know. I said like, see, those were my 2 guesses.
It's 4 letters.
It's 4 letters. Mark?
Nope.
4 letters. Chad, Mark. It won't be like John.
No.
Brad.
No, it's a fratty name though. If I tell you, it's Nate.
Nate. That's a good one. Of
course, right? I dated a fraternity guy named Nate. It was a wild time. I mean, I would go to all the fraternity parties. I would wear all the slutty outfits. It would be like different themes. It would be like, and my roommate at the time was a sorority girl. So she would like make me matching outfits to go with her. And it was a night.
You didn't do the sorority though, eh?
No, because I went to all-girls Catholic high school, so I was trying to get away from bitches.
I get you.
I was like,
so yeah, you were like, I'm going to the frat house.
I'm going to the frat house, yeah, but they wouldn't let us call it a frat house.
Right, the fraternity house.
Yeah, it was a wild time. I mean, honestly, it was crazy. Like there was like, I remember we'd have parties and there'd be like chickens running around and people, it was like a shit show. College was a shit show. Did you like college?
I hated college. I was already over school. I like did fine in high school. I like, I mean, I didn't like excel in the grade department, but I was like involved. You know what I mean? So like I was, involved in school stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so I enjoyed high school, but when I went to college, I'm like, I already did this shit. I'm done. And I just like, I went to school for like 2 years and I commuted and I hated it. I went to like a Jesuit college and
what college?
It's called Canisius College. Real small school. And it, I just hated it. I dropped out. I already had a job in radio and I was like, I want to just do this. I don't want to fucking do school. So I quit.
I hated it too. I was like, this is hell. I have been drinking since I'm 14 and now I'm 20 and people are still doing this. People still love to do this. Like, it's so boring.
Yeah, I learned weed in college, but not from college. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was fun to go to visit other friends and like experience their lives because they weren't commuters. Like, I still lived at home and was going like driving to school like in my town. Do you know what I mean? Like they had moved away and gone to school in other places, and it was fun to go visit them and experience college through them, but not. I never did anything at my own school. Hardly.
I mean, college. What a waste.
It is a waste, dude. I tell everyone, I'm like, don't go.
Don't go. You have to pay it off for the rest of your life, and also you don't need it. Yeah. Unless you're going to become like a doctor. Unless
like, if you need if you have like a thing you want to be, like a lawyer or a doctor or something, like, yeah, go to college then. But if you're just like, I don't know.
A comic?
Well, that too, yeah. Or just like, I don't know what I want to be. Don't go then. Take like a year. Figure it out if you're going to, you know, before you dive in, because that's a lot of fucking money.
It's a lot of money, and it's honestly, frankly, so it just feels like
antiquated. Oh no, no, it's a slog, especially after high school.
A slog?
Yeah, it's just a real slog. You're just fucking...
I've never heard of that word, slog. It sounds like schlong, but not.
No, it's without the N. Slog. I think it's maybe you can do 2 G's on it too. I don't know.
Slog, like
yeah.
I'm into it.
It's just like you're mushing through snow or something. You know what I mean? Like slogging along.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Have you been cooking for yourself?
No, Postmates every day.
You get Postmates every day?
Yeah.
Do you know how to cook at all?
I do.
What can you cook?
I can cook tacos. I can cook like just like a piece of meat. I don't know. Like, what is there?
A piece of meat and
yeah,
tacos.
Like what do you? It's like, what do you want? Like, I cook eggs. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like meals I've made for myself. I make like this like. I found out someone was like, "Oh, you're going keto," and I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, you." But I because I was eating just like avocados with cheese and eggs.
Okay.
And I just was like, because that's just cheap. You can buy like a couple avocados and that's all I would eat. I would eat that, like I'd eat a big bowl. It'd be like an avocado and like 3 eggs and cheese.
That's
what I ate. That's like all I eat in the day though. You know what I mean? Like I'll eat 1 meal a day.
And then what's nighttime? You go Postmates?
Well, yeah, no, like that. If I eat in the daytime, I won't eat at nighttime. And if I eat the way it's been going, I'm just eating at nighttime like a fucking loser, you know, like late at night. So I'll get fucking Postmates or whatever, a burger, or like I get organic. I try to eat healthy Postmates though.
Okay. Like what?
Like what's it called? Sweet Green or whatever the fuck it's.
I love Sweet Green.
Yeah, and Organico is a place.
Oh, Takoya Organico?
Yeah.
Okay, that is like, I don't know what it is about that place, but I fucking love that place. It's like
I love it too.
It's like Mexican food, and it's like healthy, and it's so good.
Yeah, I've never actually been to it. I've only ordered it from my phone, but I would like to go visit it someday when it's open again and we're allowed to go outside.
I have a question. What do you think about bird people? Right?
I mean, weird. Worse than lizards and all the other pets that you've discussed already. I think bird is even worse than like spiders and shit. You know, like people have, because like spiders, lizards, and all that shit is like one phylum of pet, but bird is like takes it to another level. It's like, what's that?
People who have women who have birds, insane.
Women who have birds, like parrots and shit. Like what?
Yeah, like an exotic bird.
Like they also live forever. Like, what are you doing? You're just gonna have this thing until you die, and then it's gonna outlive you probably.
Yeah.
They live like parrots live like 100 years.
So you have to put your parrot in your will.
Probably. I don't know what people do with them. I mean, it's like the idea of like, I know marriage lasts forever. You're the idea of it. Like when you stare down that barrel, it's like, this is forever. But when you buy a fucking parrot, it's like, this is in your life until you die.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, for real. And I don't know if all birds are like that, but I specifically know parrots are. And I remember like my uncle had like those little ones, parakeet or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was so annoying. He would like mimic like his car alarm and like the doorbell and like it's like, why do you want this thing in your house? It's just like,
Yeah. My
You
uncle
hear that
also
shit all
had
day?
birds. My uncle also has birds, and they're like, "Meow," and they rock back and forth, and they're like exotic, fucking weird birds. And like, we had to stop going over there for the holidays because they would feed them off their forks.
Ugh.
Yeah, stuffing.
Are they one of the people that like clips their wings, or do they let them like fly around?
No, they clip their wings like evil people. You can't clip an exotic bird's wings, and then
How does it move?
and then you put it in your living room. Like, look what I have.
Yeah, like in a cage.
It's
Like,
so weird.
but it's weirder when you bring it in your home in a cage. And I'm not saying that I agree with clipping wings in any capacity. I'm not a wing clipper. But it's weird.
Let it be known.
Yeah, no, not me. No declaw, none of that. But it is weird when people bring the bird home and then they just let it exist in their house, like their house is now the world. It's like flying around and shit, and it's like landing on your fucking shoulder, on the chair. I remember my uncle would let the bird just like live in the house, and it would be like, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
No.
Yeah, and it's just flying around. You're just always uneasy because there's a bird in the house, you know? It seems unnatural. Like, what if you got a fucking bird who flew through your window right now and was just in your room with you? You'd be like, get this fucking thing out of here. It would be like a real thing, you know?
Yeah, I just really feel like I'm just like a dog person. Get me a dog, that's it.
That's it.
I don't want.
But you're drifting towards lizard.
I'm open.
You're open.
I'm open towards because lizards. I think if I was high, which I am often, I could just like chill with it. Like,
yeah, you need like a beanbag chair though, or something.
Yeah, like I just start regressing and become like a 16-year-old bro stoner, like sitting on a beanbag chair. Check out my iguana, bro. Like,
yeah, like that David Spade joke where he's like, he's blowing hits into the tarantula's face and shit, and he's like, he's feeling it, bro.
So funny.
Yeah, that is such a like. You'd be like a 17-year-old drug dealer if you got a lizard. All of a sudden, you'd like
a lizard.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to see my lizard?
Yeah, yeah. That's like how you get girls to come over.
Yeah.
Yo, you want to check out my lizard?
Oh, that's how I get dudes to come over.
Dudes,
like,
yeah.
Hey guys, I have this sick lizard. Want to come hit this one?
I bet people would be like, cool, let's check it out. You know.
I mean, people are just desperate to get out of the house during the pandemic. That's how I pick up guys. I'm like,
yeah, but like guys are you could say literally anything to a guy and they would be like down. Do you know what I mean? Guys are different than women in that way. Like you could have the worst pickup line. You're like, want to come to my house and get high and look at my lizard? And they'd be like, fuck yeah. I'm so down with that.
Right. With women, you have to be like, would you like to go out to dinner, perhaps?
Yeah. You spring the lizard on them when they're already in your house.
Yeah.
You go, oh, yeah, this is my lizard, Louis.
That's so true. You can't open with a lizard if you're trying to bang.
Yeah, I know.
The lizard has to come later after you've already won her over.
You have to get her in the house so she's committed to that at least. She won't be like, she's not going to about face once she's already in your room. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, she gets in the room and she'll regret it for sure. But like immediately, but she'll still follow through.
She'll still follow through. It's too late now.
It's too late. You're already there. Yeah, you're like, fuck, I have to get an Uber home. I'm just going to bail. Like, it's easier just to have the sex though at that point.
Yeah.
Ghost.
And then ghost. I'm never talking to him again. He has a fucking lizard.
Yeah.
He didn't even tell me about it until I got to his fucking house. I was like, whatever, I'll just blow him so I can leave. Like
that's another option, yeah.
Yeah, I just had to get out of there. I couldn't wake up next to him and the lizard. So
if I would have woke up and that lizard would be looking at me, no.
I mean, okay, but like if you had a cat, would you get would you like hook it up? I feel like you would go hard, like you'd have a huge scratching post.
I don't think I would go hard, no. Unless it was like ruining my shit. You know what I mean? Like if it was like scratching up like my fucking couch or some shit, I would be like, yeah, let's get a scratching post so that we can take care of that. But I wouldn't care about that, no. That's why I like fear about having a child is that I won't have that like fatherly instinct kicked in and I'll be like, oh yeah, you want toys and shit, huh? You know what I mean? Like I'll forget about those things.
Yeah. Would you want to have a kid?
Maybe like someday. If I've never like been financially in a position where I could like responsibly consider that. So I'm like,
I mean, I
if
guess.
I ever was, I would then, that would be a different story. But like, it's not in the cards right now.
My fear is I get pregnant and then nothing's the same. I'm just like,
What do you mean nothing's the same?
physically, like
well, yeah,
like my tits are in a different position.
Of course,
I gotta have it all. I have to have it all fucking put back together because here's the thing.
It's got to be such a fear. I can't even imagine.
It's like, let me just give up my body and then that's it. Now I have to take care of this thing for the rest of my life.
Oh my God, in the like physical ebbs and flows that a woman goes through, like through that whole process, and then after the fact even, is so gnarly to me.
No, it's so gnarly to me too. It's like, I don't know. I really don't know. I would have to
get that. I mean, that's like such a thing. I mean, for me, it's like I just shoot a load into the woman and then like watch her physically deplete and then become unattracted to her and then resent her. So, I mean, that's like my lot in life for the man. But like, you guys have to physically deal with it all, and it's fucking nuts. I mean, like, I can't even wrap my head around it.
No, I can't even wrap my head around it either. And I have friends who have had babies, and I'm like, wait, what? What happens? You do what? You have to fucking do what? And then it's like you have to be put back together again, like humping.
Yeah, it's like you just get fucking wrecked. This baby just destroys you, and then you have to like somehow put the pieces together. It's like a tornado just whipped through a town, and now just like put it back up.
But the town is your pussy.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know.
There used to be 3 square blocks of residential down here. That's all gone. It's just blown out. It's just a hole in the ground.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want just that hole in the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until I have money to put the hole back together, like
right. No,
like,
of course.
To rebuild the city, if you will. I want this to look the exact same as it did before the tornado hit.
Isn't it? It's I don't know what their secret is, but it's amazing how some women just like bounce fucking back from that shit. Like it's like this, you know.
I know.
And then some never recover, and you're like, well, that's like you said, that's a roll of the dice that you don't know.
Yeah, you may never recover fully.
Yeah, you may never recover. That's so true. Every
time you laugh, you have to pee a little. That's a thing. That's like a thing.
I know.
That's fucked up. Like, think of how many women probably at comedy shows are peeing themselves a little.
That's fucking wild.
Right?
I never even thought about that. There's all the pee everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's so fucked up. And then
funny.
And then it's like, and then what do you do if you're the guy and you're like, I don't know, I'm just not attracted to her now that she's had my child.
Yeah. You become a piece of shit. You become a piece of shit and you bail.
You become a piece of shit and you bail and you send a check occasionally when you can.
When you can.
Yeah, when you can.
It's been a tough month. The pandemic.
I got a cat.
I bought a cat. It really needs pills. Needs its medicine.
Oh my God, a cat that's on Prozac.
Oh my God, just any pet that has any medical condition, it's like, why did you buy this one? You want a burden?
That's so real. You're
yeah,
he needs to be bottle fed for the next 5 months. And then
get a different cat.
Yeah, and then he'll be able to eat soft food. You're like, what? No.
Well, he has to take his pill at 1 and then his other pill at 3 and then his other pill at 5. You're like, are you a doctor now? Did you become a veterinarian?
Yeah, or the people who are like buy the dogs that have the defects and then they're like, this will be a hit on Instagram.
Oh my God. Well, that or like my friend bought a dog and it's a bulldog or whatever. And like when he bought it, it had to go through like 9 surgeries just to like be normal.
No.
And I'm like, why would you buy this dog? What do you do? There was no other dogs there that you could buy that don't need any surgeries. I mean, like you're paying tens of thousands of dollars for this fucking random dog that you just bought.
Okay.
So wild.
This is what I think. I think people just want to feel like they have something to take care of. And they have a reason for existing.
That's what I said to him. I'm like, you just don't want to be a dad, but you want to be a dad, kind of. Like, you just wanted a burden. You're like, me and my wife have too much money. We need a burden in our lives.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, something that we can be concerned about all the time.
I'm not into it. I mean, what about a tarantula? I could never.
No, I can't even
look at them.
I don't fuck with spiders. I am really fuck insects in general. I'm kind of a bitch about,
You are. See, I always kill spiders, but then I've been smoking so much weed that now when I see other types of bugs, I'm like, I can't kill it. And I'm like,
what?
I saw a baby grasshopper in the house. I released it back into the wild.
Well, see, here's my thing about killing bugs that I never liked. No matter what the bug, I always try to capture it and put it outside in some form. If it dies in that whole exchange, then it dies. But I don't I'm not smushing them against my wall. Then you got bug blood and shit everywhere. And even if it's small, if you swat a fly and it's smashed against your wall, you have to then sponge it off. It's so gross to me. It's just
oh my god, yeah.
I don't know, even though it's tiny and it's just a little spot of blood, I guess, or whatever, it still creeps me out. I'm like, this is a thing that was just alive and I smushed it against the wall of my house. It's so creepy to me. It's just weird. It's
so
gross.
Bad. Have you ever one time I took a shoe and I hit the wall and the bug, and then there was a mark from the shoe and the bug.
Oh my god. Well, I almost threw, I mean, this is so weird. At the studio, at your mom's house, Nadav, who's our producer there, there was a roach in the back, in the garage area. And he's like, oh, a roach. And I was so grossed out. I was like, I'll go get the broom. I didn't know I was going to sweep it outside. He fucking just takes his foot and just squashes it.
No.
And I heard it pop.
No.
And I almost threw up. I'm like, dude, I feel like I can smell it. I was like,
no.
I was so weirded out by it. And I've never been squeamish about shit like that. But I was so grossed out by it.
But roaches?
I had to leave the room.
Roaches are another level. A roach is the most viscerally disgusting thing. I mean, in terms of the insect world, hell no.
Yeah.
Also, what about people who have frogs?
Who have frogs?
As pets.
Is that a thing? Do people have frogs?
Yeah.
What kind of frog?
They put them in a tank.
One you can lick and get high from?
What kind of frogs are those?
I forget the name. It's a bullfrog. I had it. Hold on. I actually did research on this very recently. I can
really? Why?
Because the porn star, a very famous one, he got arrested for manslaughter because he was conducting a ritual where he had people they didn't lick the frog. They just took the venom from the frog and did whatever process they do to it and then put it on paper it's acid or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And this guy died, and so this guy got arrested for manslaughter. I was looking up the frog.
What porn star?
He's a dude, not Rocco Siffredi, the other guy. His name is on the top of my fucking head.
Either way, insane story.
It is Nacho Vidal. That was who it was. Nacho
Vidal.
Yeah.
He killed someone via frog.
Well, I mean, he was conducting the
ritual.
The ritual. Oh, I guess is a frog and a toad the same thing? That's the other question.
I feel like those words are interchangeable, but what the fuck do I know? I don't know much about amphibians.
Because the toad is called. Where's the name of it? It's a fucking toad, but it's huge. It's like a bullfrog. It's fucking crazy. And
you lick it, it makes you trip.
Yeah, it secretes venom that makes you trip, yeah.
Humans are so fucking weird. They're like, let's poison ourselves for enlightenment.
Well, yeah, who was licking all the amphibians out there and be like, this one gets you high?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this one's just a frog. You know?
And then you just lick a frog for no reason.
Yeah, you're just licking all the animals to see which one gets you high.
That's so insane.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I mean, how do they figure it out?
I mean, it's true. It's like but like I guess, and then you're calling it a ritual, but it's like you're just getting high. There's a lot of things that are called rituals. It's like, oh, you're having a ritual. It's like you're just high as fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just having an experience, an out-of-body experience. No, yeah, you're on shrooms, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're huffing acid.
Well, that's our episode. So fast.
Wow,
So easy, so fast. Where can our viewers and listeners find you?
Well, for now, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Josh_Potter. That's also my Instagram, Josh_Potter. And my Twitter is J_Potter. I probably should have made them the same, but I didn't know that Instagram was going to get invented.
I'll put all of the different handles in the description of your episode.
Yeah, thank you. And if you can just Google my name and I'll come up.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming on. It was a fun hang.
Yeah, I appreciate speaking to someone else.
Yes, I'll have you on again. We'll check in and see what's going on. We'll watch you progress.
Wellness check podcast.
Yes, we're gonna see what's going on. See if you have a cat, etc.
And you might have a lizard.
I might have an iguana and a fucking bird. The way this is going, I just let it live among me.
Yeah, right. You're just gonna have just all the pets are gonna be like Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I like it.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Bye. Thank you.
No problem.